Oh, worth a round of applause. No, take it right off, please. That's lovely. Right, Lee, what have you got to offer me?
Julian, I love you. I love you, do you hear? And to prove it, I shall take off my trousers.
Oh. Oh, that's nice. Let's look at the boxer shorts. Lovely. It's important to shake. Right. Well, I don't know which one to go for, Mr. Jelly. What do you think?
Well, couldn't you have them sing a romantic love song to you?
Oh, what a marvellous idea. Then I could choose the winner as I see fit.
Love is in the air, perhaps.
What a marvellous idea.
Love is in the air.
Very good.
Every time I look around.
Over to you, Lee.
Love is in the air, every sight and every sound.
Very moving.
And I don't know if I'm being foolish.
I think you are.
I don't know if I'm being wise,
But there's something that I must believe in. And it's there when I look in your eyes. All together now.
love is in the air.
Love is in the air.
Big finish.
Love is in the air. Love is in the air.
Worth a round of applause, I feel. The trousers up.
Well done, Nick.
Now then, I've got to decide which one's the winner. You've got a lovely singing voice, Nick.
Thank you, Jim.
You could be the next Stephen Gately. You really could. Are you still here? No, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. As it's the Apollo Hammersmith and it's Jack show, I'm going to break with tradition and give them both a bottle of vintage champagne. Is that a good idea? That's for you. Thank you very much indeed. And this is for you. Thank you very much, the lovely Lee and the lovely Steve. Nice to meet you. Oh dear, who'd have thought? God bless the armed services. They don't pay you enough, clearly, from the look of your underwear. Well, do you know, I've been doing camp old nonsense in show business for 20 years now, and I've worked with some fascinating people like Postman Pat. I'm sorry to tell you, but the man's a I'm sorry for language. But we did Panto a couple of years ago, and he was constantly upstaging me and pulling focus. In the end, I said, "You're doesn't walk like that off stage, you know, it's all put on." And on the other hand, you know, I've worked with some fascinating people like Dale Winton. Dale Winton and I went to stage school together, and when we were both about 15, we shot up together. Dale is lovely. He'll do anything for anybody, anything from helping an old lady across the road to buggery. There was one awful occasion when he got a bit confused. Afraid so. Bugged an old lady across the road, but she saw the funny side of it. Put it down to youthful high spirits. But if I had to think of a highlight of my career, well, there are two, really. I did 2 Royal Variety performances, and you get to meet the royals afterwards, which is the whole point, really. Have you met them, Abby? Not encountered any royalty, it's just a question of time. The second Royal Variety was in front of Her Majesty the Queen, and I was standing there with Frankie Dettori on one side, and she got to me, and just before she got to me, suddenly became aware of a little kind of smidgen of wind that was trapped within, as can happen, and I thought, well, I can't really drop one in front of the Queen. That's probably treason. So I'll have to get rid of it, and because sometimes you can get rid of wind from whence it came by, you know, willpower and internal squeezing. Well, I had a go at that, but it wasn't going anywhere. So I let nature take its course, and unfortunately, on that occasion, I shat myself. Isn't it always the way, though? out to meet a monarch. No, it's all right. I mean, I better just explain. 'Cause I'm on this special diet. No wheat, no meat, no dairy, no cigarettes, no alcohol. I barely breathe diet. And as a consequence, my stools are not as other people's. They're very, very compact, kind of capsule-type affairs. Hardly any bigger than a Nurofen Plus. And fragrant, I might add. Generally lavender-scented, sometimes with a hint of juniper. People use them as drawer fresheners. They will be on sale in the foyer as you leave. Make an ideal Christmas gift. And she said to me, "Oh, very, very good. Were you very nervous?" I said, "Oh, just a tad." And so I thought I'd better get rid of it, and I shook my leg like that, and it shot across the stage. Who should be over there but Dame Shirley Bassey? Well, she's a wise old bird, and she saw it coming, and she deflected it like that. It shot through the air. Who should be over there with her mouth open as usual but Claire Sweeney? And I'm afraid... Poor old Claire. She's been talking shit ever since. That's all I've got time for. Thank you very much, and good night. Thank you.
Julian Clary. Julian Clary.